Hey everybody, welcome back. I see Buddy looking out our window, guarding the house. She's a good watchdog, and she does hiss and spit when the cats are near, versus her sisters who run. So we're getting ready to react to Game of Thrones season 6, episode 10. I just finished episode 9. I did my speculations at the beginning of that one and what I liked about the last episode. So we're just going to go ahead and get into this one. I will caution if you didn't watch the last one, I'm having stomach cramps of some sort. They're not menstrual cramps. It's not gas. Don't know what it is, but I'm having some really bad stomach pains. So if you see me wince or stretch funny, that's what's going on. In the meantime, I've got a plate of green apples with some caramel dip, light. So lots of apples to eat. Shouldn't interfere with recording unless I'm chewing with my mouth open. That's what I've noticed, at least in previous videos. So we should be good there. Come on, old girl. And we'll go from there. Now, I didn't say this in last episode, but this old girl is officially 22 years old. She's probably been 22 for a while. I just don't know when her original birthday is. And I met her daddy on March 18th. So that's what we count as her birthday. So she's officially 22. I met him when she was 6. So that's how long I've had her now. And I keep trying to tell him, I said, you need to come up and visit her before she dies, and he won't do it. So I don't know if it's too much for him or he doesn't want to run into me, which is a possibility, or what. But we keep trying to tell him to say goodbye. At any rate, I think that's everything. The dishwasher is running in the background. Hopefully my earbuds don't pick it up too much. But let's go ahead and get into this episode. I expect we're going to pick up with everybody else, maybe a little bit of Jon, a little bit of Danny, but we didn't get any of the others. So we'll see what's going on. And this one is called The Winds of Winter. So they keep talking about winter is coming and all that kind of stuff, and the North has got winter. So maybe maybe this is the winter coming further south, or maybe it's Bran and his crew, or actually all of his crew is dead now, right? The girl died, Hodor died, the three-eyed crow died. The girl's brother died before they even got to the cave. Yeah, I think everybody in his crew has died and he's on his own now. So maybe he'll show up in this one as well. Maybe that's what the Winds of Winter are about. We might see the Ice King again, too. That's a possibility. I don't know what he's actually called. I call him the Ice King. I think he's called something else, though. And you guys are still on season 4 on YouTube, so you haven't been able to correct me yet. King's Landing? Yep, that's Tommen. Or Cersei. They got the same haircut now. And Tommen. Okay. Are they mourning? It'd be nice if he pulled a Henry VIII and he was going to be his own church just to get out from the Sparrow. Everybody's so quiet. That's the weird thing. Is that Loris? Oh, and I didn't comment in the last episode, but I didn't realize, and I was watching someone react to John Wick, Thor, him and Jesse react to John Wick, and didn't realize it until watching them that the guy who plays Theon is also the one we hate in John Wick. So he likes to play those roles. I hope he is not typecast. Loris does not look well. Please let me be right in that she's playing the long game and not going to let them kill Loris. Is this the trial of his mother or the trial of Loris? Or both? Is he going to die before getting her paid? Well, they cut his hair off.
May I be a living example of their grace for others to witness.
That's a full turnaround for him. Oh, they're going to carve into his forehead. Well, at least they're not killing him. What's the mountain doing with Tommen? Who's the little kid?
Get the others.
Because that was the one that whispered to Maester. Or is it a little person, not a little kid? They're luring him. Is it to kill him or to trap him? Who was that? I think we're supposed to know who that is, but I don't recognize them. So are they going to kill the Maester? So Cersei had the Maester killed. Is it because he went along with the Sparrow and all that? I'm not exactly sure why she had him killed, other than she didn't trust him. So it was to kill him.
There's something wrong.
You have nothing to fear, Your Grace. The trial will begin shortly.
Cersei is not here. Forget about the bloody gods and listen to what I'm telling you. We all need to leave.
They're going to explode the place. Wildfire. They are going to explode the place. If she tried to save the Sparrow.
Let me go. Let me go. Get out of my way.
Then maybe she doesn't have a hidden plan. Boom. All those barrels had wildfire in them too. Well, I don't think Marjorie survived that. And I like Marjorie. Grandmother's going to be pissed.
I fuck my brother because it feels good to feel him inside me. I lie about fucking my brother.
Well, she knows she's going to kill her. Now, is Tommen going to forgive her for killing Marjorie?
I said my face will be the last thing you saw before you died, you remember?
Yep, I knew she was dying.
Good.
Are we going to see his face? All stitched up and bruised
Your gods
and
have forsaken
ugly?
Shame.
Is he letting Gregor rape her? Is he going to kill himself? He's going to go out the window. Yep.
Full house, Lannister.
I knew Tommen wouldn't like Marjorie dying.
Their eyes on you, cunt. Not my type. Not blonde enough. There you go. Maybe I'm not in the mood.
He's always in the mood.
We know what it's like to have them grovel to our faces and snigger behind our backs. We don't mind, do we? Fear.
He does
is a
mind, though.
marvelous thing.
Show me.
Nope, finding out the truth.
Your Grace, there's no need.
Show me.
Realized I forgot to make the screen just a little bigger. I'm guessing all his bones are broken from the height that he fell.
The King's funeral.
Burn him. Bury his ashes where the sept once stood.
She's lost everything except for Jaime. How much longer is Cersei going to last? Are they at the Citadel? Oh, very beautiful.
Hello.
It's a big table.
According to our records, Gion Mormont is Lord Commander.
He died
We received no report from the Maester at Castle Black.
Maester Aemon became quite ill shortly after the election. He's since passed away, which is why I'm here.
This is irregular.
Yes, well, I suppose that life is irregular.
He's not impressed.
The Archmaester will discuss these irregularities with you.
In the
Gotta let
meantime,
the ink
you are
dry.
permitted to use the library.
Let
Follow
that
me.
book close way too soon. He did tell her. He's like, all the books I could read. Lots of books. He's in hog heaven. Now if he can just figure out what to do to keep Gilly safe. Are we with Bran? I think that's Jon. I didn't think we'd have him this episode. Oh, and we haven't seen Gendry since Davos sent him off. I expect him to pop up at some point.
The Princess Shireen.
Tell him what you did to her.
He's about ready to kill her.
Commands you to burn children. Your lord is evil. I ask your leave to execute this woman for murder. She admits to the crime.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
You've seen the Night King, Jon Snow.
Night
You
King.
know the Great War is still to come.
If you return to the north, I'll have you hanged as a murderer.
Thank you, Jon. I'm glad he didn't feel indebted to her.
You should take it.
I knew he
I'm not
wouldn't want it.
Stark.
You are to me.
The battle was lost until the Knights of the Vale rode in. They came because of you.
That's true.
You told me Lord Baelish sold you to the Boltons.
He did.
And you trust him?
Nope.
Only a fool would trust Littlefinger.
We can't fight a war amongst ourselves. We have so many enemies now.
Agreed.
Jon, a raven came from the Citadel. A white raven.
Is that what that
She
was?
was here.
Couldn't tell if we could still see her.
Forgive my sister. What she lacks in diplomacy, she makes...
Shut up, dear. Anything from you? No. Good. That's the same women.
Vengeance. Justice.
Fire and blood.
When did he go there? Did he leave as
Ships are
soon as
nearly ready.
Dany showed up?
You will keep the peace while the people choose their own leaders.
Fuck Marine.
He wants to fight.
People. The Bay of Dragons.
We can't call it Slaver's Bay anymore, can we?
Good name choice. Is he going to turn on her?
I
'Cause he
pity the
can't be
lords
with
of
her?
Westeros.
I'm terrible at consoling.
Yes, you really are.
The only people who aren't afraid of failure are madmen like your father.
Or his father.
You have completely failed to console me.
Oh,
I'm not sure if it's right.
hand. So she must have really appreciated the work that he did while she was gone. Is
You're
this
not
the
one of mine, are you?
Frey again? Yeah.
No, my lord.
Where are my damn moron sons? Black
He's
Walder
dead,
and
isn't he?
Luther promised to be here by midday.
They're here, my lord.
Well, what are they doing? Trimming their cunt hairs?
He's
Tell them to
eating
come
them.
here, now.
But they're already here, my lord. Here, my lord.
He's eating them. Is that under Jaime's command? Oh, it's Ari.
My name is Arya Stark. I want you to know that.
Hi, Ari. Now, is she doing this because the castle is the Blackfish Castle? I thought she wasn't allowed to use the faces.
I came here every day when I was a girl.
It's a beautiful tree.
What do you want?
I thought you knew what I wanted.
I was wrong.
He wants you, Sansa.
And you by my side.
Okay, scratch that. He wants you and all of the power.
We're a motherless bastard born in the south.
Born in the south, but he's a Snow. I would think the Snow would be somewhere north. Although Robert and Ned did talk about where he met her, but I don't remember the story.
To protect men from what lies beyond. And while it stands, the dead
I
can't
thought she
pass.
died. So Benjamin is dead, but living because of the spells. But he's not a walker or a white.
Where will you go?
The Great War is coming, and I still fight for the living.
Now that tree looks just like the tree that Sansa was just at. I see the face.
I wish you both good fortune.
Wish you good fortune in wars to come. Oh, that's right. She was about to die when Benjen came in and saved them. He's going to touch the face. Oh, he's going to see what's in the tower. What happened to his aunt? Is that Jon's mom?
Missed you, big brother.
Oh, big brother. Now is Bran able to hear the secret? Oh. Is his sister Jon's mother? And Ned just claimed him as his own to protect him? Yep. So either Ned also slept with his sister, which I don't think is the case, or we don't know who the father is. Speak up, Sansa.
Your son was butchered at the Red Wedding, Lord Manderley, but you refused the call.
I do like the balls on this
House
little girl.
Mormont remembers.
He is the White Wolf, the king in the north.
It's amazing what men will do when a little girl shows them off.
And I will regret that until my
Calls them
dying
out.
day.
Can't get my metaphors right. Sansa's proud. I don't think Sansa feels ready to lead. Oh, they're back at King's Landing. Wonder if we're going to find out what's happened to Cersei now that she's lost everything. Is she crowning herself? Yep, declared herself queen. People aren't happy. Even if they cheer, they're not happy about it. They don't like her. Jaime's not happy. A worn, tattered banner? Oh, okay. A squid? Is that what the Ironborn banner is? Or this is one of the slave master's ships. Off we go to Westeros. Are the dragons going to follow her, or are they going to stay behind? They're following her. They're getting big. Oh, wait. Wait. How is... Hold on. Where did we see him before? He was at Dorne. So is Dorne like right next door to Marine? I'm going to have to look at a map. I imagine they have ships from Dorne and ships from Tyrell as well. I knew we were right at the end. I should have waited, but now that you're all comfortable, she's like, Mama, you're crushing me with the boobs in the belly. Quit leaning forward. I got the music playing in my ears still. So that kind of felt like a, trying to think before I say this, it felt very hopeful and promising as far as a season finale, which is kind of different from what we've had, which is a lot of cliffhangers and that sort of thing. We did get a little bit of everybody else. We didn't see Brienne, so I don't know if they gave her vacation the last few episodes, but I imagine we're going to catch up with her and the Starks next season, because she'll go back to Sansa and ask Sansa what she bids her to do at this time, or not at this time, but this time. But Ari has made it to Blackfish, so we know it's somewhere around the Northern Territory because of Jon and Sansa asking Blackfish to, or sending the note for Blackfish to stand up for them. And then that's when they surrendered to Frey and Lannister. Trying to think. Sorry, baby girl. Gotta lean forward again. We'll close it out. They started doing the menu music. So Ari's nearby. Sansa and Jon are. It seems like they're going to co-lead, even though they're naming Jon King. I like the fact that the little girl had more balls than all the men in that room, and that she called them out. I really like that little girl. I like that Sansa has her eyes wide open with Peter. I'm glad she doesn't trust him, but he's still hanging around. And she did stop and listen to what he said there at the very end at the tree. So who knows? And he was there in the room when Jon was trying to let them know, listen, it's not over, and trying to get everybody to work together. I didn't see the wildling guy, but there was a lot of people, so I might have just missed him, is all. Cersei has crowned herself queen, which is all she wanted anyhow. She wanted all the power. She didn't want to have to listen to anybody else or do anybody else's bidding or, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's all I got to say on Cersei. Jamie's not happy about her naming herself queen. I was trying to think, since all the kids are now dead, Stannis is dead. I guess I questioned why it didn't go to Cersei when Robert died, anyhow. But I don't know all the laws on royalty and that sort of thing. I know that line of succession can change because England changed theirs to include women. I think Henry VIII did that, didn't he? So that Mary could be, no, because her brother did live. And he was king for a handful of years. And then Mary became queen. But I think Henry VIII changed it because at the time his son hadn't been born yet. And he wanted to make sure one of his kids was named. So I know line of succession can change, and the governments can agree on what the line of succession is going to be, what it would include, all that kind of stuff. So, based on the fact that it went from Robert to his kids rather than going to Cersei first, I'm going to guess that she's kind of usurped. I don't know how to say that word, but that word that they keep calling all the others, keep calling the Lannisters. I'm guessing she's taken the crown for herself, especially since it was her guy that crowned her, and it was Sir Gregor that was walking her down past all the people. Notice none of the people were cheering, not a one. Even when they were saying, hail the Queen, long live the Queen. I think they were saying, long live the Queen. Even then, they didn't sound happy. It just sounded like they feared her and do whatever she says so that she doesn't kill them. I was surprised that Ari is still using the faces because I thought since she left her training and all that, and they tried to kill her, I thought part of the deal was that she wasn't going to be allowed to use the faces. But Ari's going to do her own thing apparently. So Bran was joining with the tree. I don't know if he was going to become part of the tree like the three-eyed crow or something. Oh, no, 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 no. He was journeying back into the past. So Jon is a Stark. He's Ned's nephew, but she wanted him protected, I guess, from whoever killed her. and killed supposedly Jon's father. So is that going to change people's minds that he's not technically a bastard anymore? Although I don't know if his sister had married. She had married. No, 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 no. I'm getting that mixed up with Oberon's sister had married someone and had been killed. Okay, I I don't know where I was going with that. At any rate, I don't think Ned did what Jaime and Cersei did. I think he claimed his nephew as his own son as a way to protect him and didn't tell anybody. And that's why Catelyn was even so mad at him because she was told the story rather than the real truth. So, but I'm assuming we're going to get it, we're going to get that in season 7. Now, I have heard other commenters in other feeds because I'm watching a couple of folks react to Game of Thrones that are behind me. Mr. Elboyd and who's the other one? There's somebody else I'm watching react to Game of Thrones. I can't remember who it is, but I've been every once in a while I'll look through their comments at stuff, and I saw one commenter said that, or it might have been even on mine. Somebody might have commented on mine that after season 6, 7, and 8 aren't really all that good. Season 6 has been my favorite, if you guys couldn't tell. I'm going to finish 7 and 8. I already know that all the fans are pissed off about the finale, so I know that's coming. But I don't always agree with the fans, especially about stuff that's liked, as some of you might know, depending on how much of my stuff you've watched. They're like, for example, this is not one I've reacted to because I've already seen it, but I know everybody bows down to the Kubrick version of The Shining. I hate that version. I don't like the cinematography of it, the direction of it, that type of thing. I like Jack Nicholson, but the rest of it didn't really care for. And I can't stand Shelley Duvall. But I liked her as Olive Oil. But that's about the only movie I've liked her in is Popeye. But everybody bows down to the Stanley Kubrick version of The Shining. I hated it. I love Shining 97. I know it's not technically a movie, it's a mini series, but I like it a lot better. It gets more in depth to the story. They still change a few things, but The Shining 97, in my opinion, is much better. I like how they deal with the imaginary friend, all that kind of stuff. So I don't always agree with fans. We'll see what I think of 7 and 8, but this season finale left me feeling hopeful and it felt promising, and I'm really excited about things. And probably my favorite storyline is Dany's. You guys know I love Dany, I love Tyrion, and I love Ari and Brienne. I think that's it for my loves. the rest, the rest, there's some likes, and then there's some can't stand. You guys know my can't stand. So, and luckily the one is dead. So I think that's it for this one. Thank you all for joining me for season 6. I'll see you on season 7. Bye. I'm going to lean forward again. Don't crush me, mommy.